All right, once again, we're talking about Vetiver today, but this is not part of the Vetiver deep dive video. This is part of the top 10 spring notes deep dive video where I featured Vetiver as my 5th favorite spring note. Yes, I've got this video plus all of the breakdown of different Vetiver styles in other videos, but today I'm talking about Vetiver. This is a perfect spring note, I think. Don't you think as well? But we've got a great collection of Vetiver fragrances. And yes, this is pulled from my top 10 spring notes deep dive video, which is around 2.5 hours to 3 hours long with 90 fragrances. So it's a long format video, unedited. And sometimes I take portions of those deep dive videos and break them down into shorter videos, edited for you guys to consume them easier and not have to sit through 3 hours long videos. So yeah, today's all about Vetiver. I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit about Scentfest SF as well, in case you haven't heard about it yet. I would love to see you guys here attend Scentfest SF in San Francisco, California, and it's happening on the dates of June 26, 27, and 28. It's taking place at the Fort Mason, a historic venue overlooking the Golden Gate Bridge with Alcatraz Island views and San Francisco Bay views as well. So it's a great venue. Awesome brands are coming, and you're going to learn about awesome fragrances, amazing fragrances, discover new ones, and also talk to the people behind the brands and have really amazing experiences all around fragrances. So the info is in the info box. Check it out, click the link, book your tickets, plan your trip, and I hope to see you at Scentfest SF. So let's talk about Vetiver now. Vetiver is so awesome in the springtime, especially the ones that are not super heavy and deep and dense. The ones that are a bit fresher, they kind of bloom when it's raining. I don't know what it is about the wetness that touches, the dampness that touches a Vetiver fragrance. It gives it a bit of edge or something, or makes them come alive. But I enjoy wearing a Vetiver. Also, if it's kind of slightly humid, it's not a cold rain, it's a warmer rain. Try it. I think it brings out the fragrances even further, especially when it focuses on Vetiver. But let's start with the fragrances. I'm going to the house of Jacques Fath again with Vetiver Gris. Let me know your thoughts on this one. Vetiver Gris is a nutty take on Vetiver, and we've got Vetiver and hazelnuts. We've got two back-to-back that are hazelnut Vetiver focused fragrances, and both of them are super different. This one has a bit of a citrusy edge. It's fresh, but the Vetiver has that earthiness. It's a bit rooty, but in addition to the rootiness of the Vetiver, there's a slight earthiness outside of the Vetiver as well. Like you're picking up the soil along with the Vetiver, but not a lot. That's not a lot. But you do have a little bit of that nuttiness that's coming in and contrasting with the rootiness of the Vetiver. But I feel like it's fresh, and this one, it has the deepness of the Vetiver, and again, as I was saying, a little bit of warm rain kind of makes the Vetiver fragrances come alive. I used to wear a lot of Vetiver from Dior, which was a bit deeper than this and some of the fragrances I'm talking about today here. And when it rained outside, I think it smelled so good. Something about making the Vetiver in the fragrances damp to kind of make them alive or something. But I really like this one. This is from the house of Jacques Fath, Vetiver Gris. Try that. And then this next one too. It's Caron's Aimez-Moi Comme Je Suis. This is also Vetiver and hazelnuts. I really love eating hazelnuts. They're a nice nut to eat, I should say. But I never thought in a million years that they would combine hazelnuts with Vetiver fragrances, but they do. There's a bit of a chocolatey edge here, almost like Nutella, but not with real chocolate. It's just an effect that's happening with the notes in there. So it doesn't come off as fresh as the Jacques Fath. To me, it comes out a little bit deeper, and that's why I'm getting a little bit of that chocolatey effect. And the fact that it has the Nutella, you're getting a little bit of a slight gourmand something happening. But again, it's definitely not a gourmand fragrance. There's a little bit of a tobacco happening in this one as well, which makes the fragrance a bit of sexy too. It's a great scent. This is Caron, Aimez-Moi Comme Je Suis from the house of Caron. Let me know if you guys are familiar with that. Then we've got Mizensir's Mythique Vetiver. And Mizensir, what's going on with this brand? I did a video some time ago during the holidays of really great discounts on a lot of their fragrances. This, on the other hand, is a spicy, fresh take on Vetiver, which is, I think, perfect for spring. It's not super rooty, earthy. It's quite aromatic, but spicy. But there's this vibrant energy about it, like almost like it's a sporty fragrance. Like you smell it and you can pick up this like excitement, with sportiness. I don't know if that's subconscious, what's causing that, but I think it's the types of notes. There's a kind of spices that is invigorating and giving it that bubbly kind of effervescence. Quite lovely. I haven't thought about this fragrance that way at all. Again, it's not super rooty, which makes it a little bit more spring appropriate. Then we've got a fragrance from the house of Etat Libre d'Orange. It's Fat Electrician. This is I think this has been around since 2006. One of the earlier Etat Libre d'Oranges. I think this is also created by Antoine Lee. Am I correct? I think Antoine Lee worked at Givaudan before. Now he's independent. The thing I like about this one is it's vetiver with slight gourmand leanings. This is also kind of nutty, but I think it's chestnut cream or something like that's in here. So it's kind of smooth and creamy, but still the vetiver is pretty prominent. You'll notice it. And the story, the Fat Electrician, my very first visit to ELDO store in Paris, 69 Rue Archives. Is that the address still? Rue Archives. There was a guy there. His name was Thomas. And I spent like 2 hours there, and he just gave me the stories of all the fragrances. It was like a winter day, including Secretions Magnifique. And he gave me a story on Fat Electrician. I don't know if it's the same story that everybody tells, but it was a washed-up Hollywood actor who became fat and became an electrician, apparently. But maybe that's not the real story. But I don't know what that has anything to do with vetiver, but it is called a semi-modern vetiver. Yeah, vetiver is really developing there. Up next, going to the house of Akro. It's Ink. I've gotten so many compliments with this. I've actually had ladies go behind me, which is kind of weird, but when they do that, you know what they're trying to do. They're trying to smell your smell. That's the thing with Akro fragrances. I think this is the only one that I've gotten compliments. Maybe I've gotten compliments on Smoke. I'm not sure if I've gotten it from Dark or Awake, but for some reason, this one, just the way it's created, it's vetiver, but it's smoky, rubbery, leathery, inky, because it's called Ink. It's inspired by tattooing. But this one also, you need some spring warmth for this fragrance to come alive. It might come off like it's a bit dark, but like a bit dark for spring. But the way the Akro fragrances, especially the EDPs, they do have great projection, and I think the heat projects them even more, the warmth, I should say. And so when that happens is when people are going to, smell you or do that thing to see what you're wearing. And so this one, as I said, this one garners me compliments. It's an unusual fragrance for that, but it does. But when you smell it, it's kind of like I said, an inky, rubbery, leathery take on vetiver. Smoky also. But this is not smoke like the smoke in their fragrance called Smoke. This is more like rubbery, leathery, inky smoke. Good stuff, but it's dark. It's a dark vetiver fragrance. Then we're going to the house of Clive Christian with Red Tea Vetiver. There was a moment or time in my life I was drinking so much red tea, rooibos tea. My very first trip to London was in 2008, and I discovered red tea. Although I think I had discovered it prior to that, but when I went to London, I brought back a lot of red tea with me because I think for some reason they drink a lot of red tea there. It's uncaffeinated. And so you can also add milk to it where you can't really add it. I don't add it to like green tea. And it became a staple. Every night I was drinking red tea. And I could see why this actually smelling like red tea here. But it's chock full of a lot of vetiver. Like the vetiver is super strong. It's still like the red tea effect that's in here gives you the effect of freshness. Red tea is called red tea. I think it's referring to rooibos. I don't even know if that's really if it means red. It's known as red. I think it's also known as red bush. It doesn't really smell red to me. It's slightly grassy. For me, it's almost like a combo of something grassy that's dry, maybe a little bit of the effect of the black and green tea together. But On the other hand, the vetiver in this is quite grassy, dry, earthy, but not super rooty. So easier to wear. Let me know if you're a fan of Red Tea Vetiver, Red Tea Vetiver from Clive Christian. This next one might be a bit potent, although the Clive Christian I think might be a bit potent as well, but use caution. I think they would work though, totally. I think vetiver is perfect. All kinds of vetiver is perfect for spring, but I avoided putting in something that's super rooty. But this next one, super sexy in the spring. Incident Diplomatique from Jovoy. Love this fragrance. Still my second favorite after Psychedelique. Psychedelique is still my #1 favorite. And this is so sexy. This one also garners me compliments. I've had people chase me down the street, ask me what I'm wearing when I'm wearing this. And it's basically the combination of the patchouli and the vetiver together. They work so well here. I've seen a lot of vetiver and patchouli fragrances, but it's done so magically awesome here. It's not only the vetiver and patchouli, I think you've got some nutmeg here, some warm spice, and a bit of freshness with some citruses. But on skin, oh man, and great projection. And warm spring days, this is going to project off of you, and you're going to be walking down the hall, and somebody's going to be coming down behind you, and they're going to say, "What are you wearing?" It's good. It's a really great fragrance. Let me know if you're a fan of that. We're going on 10 years of Incident Diplomatique. I think it launched in 2017. All right, next we've got Jayne's Vetiveria. This launched late last year or maybe summertime last year. This is a super citrusy, spicy vetiver fragrance. I think it was a reimagining of the Zizan. I think that was a fragrance from Jayne. Vetiveria has a lot of Timur or Timut pepper, or is it Sichuan? One of those peppers. It's quite prominent up top. It's also got lime, so it's a bit astringent, but super peppery, spicy, citrusy, invigorating, clean, and then it develops to that rootiness of, but not super rooty. I think it's more grassy earthiness of the vetiver. I don't have too much experience or any experience at all with a Zizan, so I can't compare the two, but this is quite astringent and peppery for vetiver, I should say. The lime note up top is quite astringent. Vetiveria from Ormonde. And then I'm going to end the list with Essential Parfums Mon Vetiver. So taking vetiver into a gin tonic direction. So very ice cold, fresh, easy to wear vetiver, not super rooty, earthy. This is more like light grassy, very, very easy to wear. I just think it's easygoing, dumb reach kind of freshness, ice cold, aromatic with the gin juniper combo, spicy, clean, icy, cold vetiver. I think that should be very easy to wear. Thanks so much for watching that video on vetiver fragrances for spring. What are your favorite vetiver fragrances? As I said, this is part of the top 10 spring notes video that I aired, a deep dive video a couple of months ago. So I'm pulling a section of it here. But there are a lot of other vetiver focused videos out there. Search the channel and you'll find them, or you can sit through and watch the top 10 spring notes video back to back in one sitting. Anyway, thanks so much for watching today's video, guys. If you have any questions or comments, please list below. Please like this video, please share it. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, click that bell icon, and I'll be back with more videos very soon. And please don't forget ScentFest SF. I hope to see you guys here. Bye-bye.